So, well, we'd already seen initial data on Regeneron's antibody treatment suggesting that it worked to lower the viral load in patients recently diagnosed with COVID-19. We are seeing sort of more formal data from this clinical trial of more patients. So for 800 patients overall with recently diagnosed COVID-19, this study is showing that the drug reduced the risk of needing to go to the hospital or have other medical visits like the doctor's office by 57% overall in the trial compared with placebo. Now, in patients who were considered higher risk in terms of age or body mass index or having immunocompromised status or other risk factors, the drug reduced the need for medical visits by 72%. So this is quite a large benefit here. If you could reduce the risk of people getting severe disease if you treat them early by 57% or 72% if they're high risk, that would make a meaningful difference in the disease. Now, the problem is that Regeneron only has 50,000 doses available of this antibody treatment right now. Of course, they're waiting for the green light from the FDA with emergency use authorization, and they are ramping up production with hopes to get to 300,000 doses within a few months. But right now, the doses are constrained. The stock up there about 3.5%. Mel?
Meg, this is the same antibody treatment that it got EUA for hospitalized patients, correct?
No, this does not have emergency use authorization at all. This is the antibody cocktail that the president was treated with. But right now, Regeneron has applied for emergency use authorization in this setting. So people who have not been hospitalized but have been diagnosed with the disease, they're waiting for word from the FDA. And Eli Lilly is in the same position. Lilly's drug was shown not to help hospitalized patients, but it's thought in this earlier setting, antibody drugs could be useful, and Regeneron proving here pretty clearly that they are.
Yep. Meg, thank you. Meg Tirrell with the details on that. That would be very powerful psychologically, Tim Seymour, if you knew that a treatment existed out there that would prevent you from getting to the point of being in the hospital or reduce your chances.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's right. So again, more along the lines of a vaccine as opposed to a treatment. And this is a case where think about some of those first announcements for the market when we were not far off the apex of at least where we were back in, call it the early spring into early summer. The market's response to those events were powerful. The market needs something along those lines. The market has basically been given some sense of where there's progress on multiple fronts, both in terms of treatments and vaccines, and certainly on testing. But clearly, the news over the last couple of days, Europe in lockdown today, what we're seeing out of a number of different businesses and cities in this country that are not far behind that, is something. This is exactly what the market needs. And I do think this is something that our country needs.
Bonawyn?
Yeah, I mean, what you're seeing here is really the binary nature of what's going on. This is a pandemic-induced recession and rebound, and any news, incremental or not, is really going to lead and guide the market in terms of what the psychological and impulse response is really going to be. You're seeing the market trade lockstep. You're seeing implied volatilities trade lockstep, not only with earnings, but what is coming out of the White House and out of the CDC and other developments on the disease front. So I think Tim hit the nail on the head. This is certainly at the forefront. Days like today reinforce that.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.